Welcome back to another video on the small holding, and this one might feel like a little bit of a strange one. Today's video isn't quite the usual one because there's no weekend vlog this time. It's more of a pause really and a bit of reflection, or well, quite a lot of reflection actually. I didn't want to skip a week altogether and just not bring you a video, so I thought I'd bring you along to share a quieter update instead. A moment to catch my breath and just talk about things and where they're up to here on the small holding. The videos have been a little less regular lately. We know that they've not been coming out at the same time each week, and some of you have kindly noticed and asked us about it. There's nothing wrong at all. We really do enjoy filming the videos. I love doing the editing side too, and it means a lot to us that some people actually look forward to them coming out. We've just had a little bit more on that we're juggling with recently, so I thought, what the heck, let's do a quick video and bring you along anyway, even if it's in this slightly stranger, gentler way this week. So things that we've been getting up to on a small holding are Stephen has been carrying on with the decking that you guys saw in an earlier video, but he's also been working for a few Saturdays at the paid job recently, which is quite unusual for us now because he knocked those on the head quite a while ago. So it's just a different kind of busy at the moment, and soon enough that busy for him is going to turn into the festive rush as he prepares for December, where people just go a little bit crazy and order all of the food that they're going to need for that one day in December. So he's got some really hard work sessions coming up. But anyway, I've digressed already. That's not like me, is it? So we've been navigating a bit of a period of uncertainty here on the small holding. Don't worry, it's nothing to do with us as a family or health or anything seriously worrying like that. But actually for me and my paid job, so we often talk about Stephen's paid job because that filters into the small holding so much, being a butcher and obviously bringing his skills from that point of view. And for me, it's not something that I very often talk about, but it's super important at this point in time. The company that I've worked for all of my life has been going through, and continues to go through actually, a really difficult patch. And for a good while now, in fact for 8 weeks now, it's looked as though redundancy is on the cards, not just for me, but for everybody in the company. The first few weeks of this were manageable from my point of view. We just cracked on as you do. But as time went on and the updates kept coming, it really has begun to take its toll. So the last 3 weeks actually have been quite hard on me, not with worry or anything like that. It's just been the limbo of it all. That feeling of just being constantly stuck and unable to make anything better. And as the mother of the family, that's what I do. I make things better when they're broken. And when you can't, it leaves you feeling quite lost and almost without a purpose. And it's a strange kind of space to sit in. Everything's felt paused, but life still carries on around you, even though you don't want to be paused. That's just how it's been for the last few weeks or so. But then last week I found out that I'm actually being retained at least as of now. And that was supposed to be a relief, of course, so that took a while to kick in. And it's a different sort of comfort for us now than it was before. The company is still going through a huge amount of change. Obviously, I'm not going to get into too much detail around that, but it really has made me think hard about what comes next for us all, and really what matters most. Through it all, the family and the small holding have been my anchor. But the routines here don't wait for anybody. The animals still need feeding, the waters still need changing, the bedding still needs replacing, and there is a huge comfort in that familiar rhythm of it all. The air's a lot cooler now when I open the barns up on a morning, and the dogs are out there beside me while the light slowly creeps in. I can't say I had much energy for anything extra of the last few weeks, but even on the dullest days, this mundane work gives me purpose, and it's grounding in a way that nothing else is. So over the last few days, I felt the energy creeping back in, just a little bit for now, but it's enough to start following up on the thoughts that are quietly sitting in my head. I've been reflecting a lot how easy it has been to slip into relying on convenience, on commercial comforts that save time but slowly distance us from what we have already achieved here on the small holding. After all, that's how they work, isn't it? They make life easier for everybody else, more convenient, but then in doing so, they make us need them more and more reliant on them. But there's another way, isn't there? And these last few weeks have completely reminded me of that. So I think you're going to be understanding, or at least I hope you are, when I tell you that I really didn't feel like talking face to face with the camera this week. Sometimes you just need to kind of quietly get on with it, to work things through in your head whilst you go about your day. So instead, I spent a little bit of time outside. I've picked the apples that were ready in the orchard. These are all of the cooking apples, or the Bramleys that you might call them, and tucked them away for winter. Jack gave me a hand, which was hilarious because he was up at the top of the tree that was clearly bending far too much. Anyway, they're wrapped in newspaper, checked over for bruises and added to the trays in the storeroom along with everything else. I've been seeing what we can get from the garden still and what needs using first. We've still got the rodent problem, but to be quite honest, that is satisfying in a kind of way where it's just everything continues as normal, gathering food for the week ahead. The storeroom's really cool now because the weather has took a right dip in temperatures, and when you open the door you can really smell it. There's that mix of earthy, homegrown goodness. It's a smell of the season turning and I absolutely love it. The leaves are underfoot when I'm out feeding the animals on a morning and you can just see everything is turning. It won't be long before winter sets in. So I've been trying to eat quite simply too for the whole family. Porridge in the mornings is coming back with a spoonful of my own preserves stirred through, whether that's a bit of stewed fruit from last year's jars. It's honest food and it makes me feel more connected again to the work that goes on, at the time that I've spent into it and the time that it's seeing later on as well. I've been thinking about our health as well, mostly my own, how it's easy to put that off when everything else feels busy or uncertain, and we're going to be seeing more attention given to that in the coming weeks for me and for the family, and I can slowly feel that spark coming back a little bit more each day. Now, by the next video, I'm sure that I'm going to be ready to bore you all with my face again. You'll be sick of the sight of me because every day I'm feeling a little bit more like myself, and we have got a very important birthday coming up for Steve. And we're going to be doing a big family party and gathering for that, and then we're full on into the festive season, even though I know that's super hard for work for him in the butchers. As well as that, we've got 4 lambs that are going to be going into the freezer, another reminder of how this land is given back to us when we're putting the time and effort into it. So if you've got this far, thank you very much. A bit of a strange video, but I didn't want to miss a week, like I said. And again, I don't want to make this video all about me either, so I hope that you understand why I've done it, just to bring everybody up to speed and to say that we will look forward to getting back to another video this weekend where you can see what we've been getting up to this week. Thank you everyone. We will talk to you very soon.